Since the early ages, humankind has consulted Auroras, for example, the Oracle of Delphi. People look to the stars to seek their destiny. Witches or wise men used to read the future in teas or tortoise shells. Here we use your tarot deck as a tool for meditation to help us move from the present, from the head to the heart. Why are we continually avoiding this moment?
There has been a great suicide between life and time. Time is thought to be consisting of three places: past, present, future, which is time consists only of past and future. It is life which consists of present. So those who want to live, for whom there is no other way than to live this moment. Only the present is existence. Past is simply a collection of memories, and future is nothing but your imaginations, your dreams.
Taught the author shape and walled the one, a painting, poured to the case and hold it to the cave and told it to the vein and won the flame and nature folded through the acre past the paper trading. Say it'll rise, say it'll form. Say it'll rise, say it'll form. Say it'll turn, say it'll warn. Say it'll born, caught in a wheel. Taught how to walk, taught how to fold. Ascended across, landed the boat. A circle arrive when we approach. We're taught in a cog, finding a hoof. We trail the print, walking a loop. We waited the vine, shading the grape. The shade in the gum, we draw the root. We're learning to see, we saw on the oak. Now watch it divide, watch it go. We builded the twigs, seal a cocoon. And step in the cold, splitting the boot. Playing the fire, we taught at the home. I trailed behind, we met at the nose. We wove it in nest, fed it and flew. We let it all fall, waiting for you. To further the loss, to further the growth. We watch it divide, watch it let go.
Education is a system of imposed ignorance. Education is a system of imposed
Word, falling. Photo, falling. Breakthrough, hidden railroad. He is gone away to invisible mornings, leaving a million tape recordings of his voice behind, fading into the cold spring air, closed, tame, colorless whisper.
Nothing here now but the recordings may not refuse visioning setting forth. Silence.
Hey, like through the wade, wet the oars, canoe laid, warm thread the wharf, to the plains full dust form, all hail near the mud horn, from a boneyard to the Ghostlands, study shader how the vulture turn, the arrow marks where the fold sand, circulate until the scholar learn, known the pattern for the shell span, for the shell swap, tell the author caught, red on both palms, sort of paper plant, spell the six paths that we walk upon, where the voyage forbear warfare, there see a clairvoyant voyeur stare, so I've seen all voyeurs fall feed. So you'll see, eat the fire, air the order be. Bear that key to the court of the path. And when it's sort of the dark, you spit the ring in the fire. When it's sort of the ash, you put a log in the jar. The water iron to rust, and mummify in the box. Right up over the pasta, let it cycle upon. Put a bed near the oak and left the book at the pond. You got a ribbon across, you want a portrait to paint. You took a boat at the boat and built a door to the frame. Set apart the dust, cast a thread, half a hex. Arm the tongue, architect. Kafka-esque, carve a tusk, carve a fed. Father, sunset, harness death. Father, quest, cast a shed. Char the husk, farm the step, ask a pest. Or to see the ties, or to see the flies. Or you see the hive in the spider's web. And it blew on by, watch her build again. And she filled the nest, and she laid them all. And it threw a fire, and she leave them there. And she built again, and she'll let it fall. And it blew on by, watch her build again. And she filled the nest, and she laid them all. And it threw a fire, and she leave them there. And she built again, and she'll let it fall. Whether she sells or the seashells or the veiled souls when the seeds born. Turn around and she circumvent when the library slept. Teach her hand to draw. Teach your hand to draw. Teach your hand to draw. Teach your hand to draw. Whisper the soil, say to the seeds, soon you'll rise, soon you'll tree, soon you'll breathe, soon you'll fire, soon you'll fall, soon you'll sleep. Whisper the soil, say to the seeds, soon you'll rise, soon you'll tree, soon you'll breathe, soon you'll fire, soon you'll fall, soon you'll sleep. Draw the circle, lay the soul, tie the silk, all await the form. Earn, receive, burn the leaves, herd a beast, integrate the course. Draw the circle, lay the soul, tie the silk, all await the form. Earn, receive, burn the leaves, herd a beast, integrate the course. Draw the circle, lay the soul, tie the silk, all await the form. Earn, receive, burn the leaves, herd a beast, integrate the course. Draw the circle, lay the soul, tie the silk, all await the form. Earn, receive, burn the leaves, herd a beast, integrate the course. Draw the circle, lay the soul, Lord that plane that you're walking upon. Draw the circle, lay the soul, Lord that plane that you're walking upon. Draw the circle, lay the soul, Lord that plane that you're walking upon. What you're walking upon, what you're walking upon. grove, in the shade, in the flayed, in the sown, in the grown, in the way, in the throne. Sit a sage, still away, lend a boat, clear the smoke, still away, fill a vase, fed a crow, let it go, for the gain, fold a crane, let it go, hold the grace, as afloat, so below, sift the slate, spinning grains on a plate, round it goes, dominoes, all the same, circulate in a fray, in a woe, for the code, pill the pain, for the pave, set a stone, for the growth, in a grate, in a plain, antelopes, count your toes, time the grace, fruit decays, fall away, saw relay, seeds remain, peer beneath the pain, view to maze, floor to veins, preordained, turn a key to door the way, who's to reign, hooves asleep, move to breed, toe a line to sort the bait, through the plain, nude the beast, food of peace, hold the reins and lord the pace, torture tree, teaching author, warn the fauna, taught to walk to water, read, water reads, keep the flora, mourn the flora, core a thought, to store a seed, bore the seed, see the rise, draw the steps, of course of how the tortoise be, warn the leaf, cut the ties before they call to clip the wings and form a peak. In a plane, lift the rock and shift the shade, tilt a path, the pond is in a weight, ring a garden round, reciprocate, wield and palm and pot the hand the waste, wield the father, not the span he takes, in the pot the plant, not the paint, their embodied cod assimilate. Are you dropping with the flies, or you don't pull it off? Are you healing the trees, or you walk with the rod? Are you dropping all the ties, or you dump with the rocks? Are you kneeling to the beast, or you talk to the ox? Drop, dump, heal, walk, drop, dump, kneel, talk, fetch, through the plains to the breadth, seed to the peak, to the blind to the bed, steady hear the beast, I better hide when it's dead, claim with the hoof to the floor, study where the prince are passed from, pray or the integrated thread, anchor to the ether cast on, brush off the path, get swept, bark with the bear, the throat, the gun, the load, the tongue, the weight, among the throne alone, the spoke a beast, owed and unknown, and road to sow the seed and sow between and own the husk, over under, overflown, the fruit of tree to fall to where the guide had been, overcome to overgrow, to oversee, unfold a map and so become, heavyweight mocked of a ghostland with the wingspan of the light years, threaded to the past life swap, in a plane stomp, in a program, on a mud horn, on a boat rent, on a river cross, paper crane fold in a burnt hand, when the wind hand, give the kin's hands in the written flock, take away one when it float near, let it open, learn to read it, then it send it off, on, 9-2 rise, another crystal's born, came through the fire where the alchemy warm, I want a pattern of the paper where the wood'll get torched, pull a satin, whittle away how the ring and reform, I put a ladder on a snake upon a tail foot on, put a book to the plant, how to tether reform, and not another insect could have measured the horns that get stomped, dump, drop, kneel, walk, dump, drop, heal, talk, fetch. Grip a lance, gutted the horse where it stamped. Holy sycophants, foreigns in the pram, sorted to the plant, so the push a lick and burn song. Prune a branch, tear the cloth, see a moth, burn a cock, water rot, strip the bark, shot a dog, see it off, split the trunk, we the plot, we are not. Fuck the footsteps and dump the process, debunk the programs to cut components and chop a woodshed to monitor the omens and torch a roadmap to sun the own plant, to run in a book red, to plant a fox, glove and cast, lungs black, cardiac, tree trunk done ash, sharp patch, scar the habitat, carve the artifact, swung an axe, color the garden flat, hold the mother back, redevelop frames, grow beyond the parallax, something in the way, cancer in the grain, cutting down the shade and weed a bed and where it lay, when it come to circulate, study what it claims, read a pattern, chop a trunk and break a chain, in the Ghostlands, push a barriers, would developers, past the need to test, father caliber, father meaningless, cut the baffia, call the barristers, saw the massacre, burn our calendars, where the tree blows amigos, tornadoes, torpedoes, to sea boats, the wave show how we know what we throw, Aikido, mosquito, to bleed on, to be on, a regrow, to cut tree, to build beds, to put it to rest, let it burn, motherfucker, burn a ash, what he would cut, chop it, hear the axe, branch to the trunk, timber, call it dad, knock, when it goes scum drop, hear the lumberjack, let it burn, motherfucker, burn a ash, what he would cut, chop it, hear the axe, branch to the trunk, timber, call it dad, knock, when it goes scum drop, hear the lumberjack. Ay, we can let it die, we can let him horn, we can fan a fire, we can see a forest, we can plan and drive. Fine, we can let it die, we can let him horn, we can fan a fire, we can see a forest, we can plan and drive. Fine, played where the thorns maim, crush a shell, taught the young how to gut flocks. Play the bird bone board game, hold a gun, spit a shot, bit of lost to roll. Cash their bodies under pawn shade, run around, hide a block, see the sirens off. From a dirt road causeway, stole the sun, watch her run, tie a tongue a knot. Check to brace a doorway, fortify, gaslight, disappearing dogs. Pick a poison at the driveway, hush a cry, you can lie, you can set the lock. Let the tail lights portray, Jekyll hide, seek a sign where to blind a cop. Kids in the trunk with the screenplay, blanket eyes, we can drive till the mother's gone. We can hear a thump, we can see a torn, leave him in a trunk, we don't need a walk, he can keep her lungs, she can plead with claws, we can hear a rake. Spoke a prayer for the Stockholm, fold a sheet for the suffocating bomb threat. Stash a package at the crossroads, fleeing high, say goodbye to your plot red. We can let it die, we can let him horn, we can fan a fire, we can see the forest, we can plan and drive. Fine, we can let it die, we can let him horn, we can fan a fire, we can see a forest, we can plan and drive. Fine, we can let it die, we can let him horn, we can fan a fire, we can see a forest, we can plan a drive. Fine, we can let it die, we can let him horn, we can fan a fire, we can see a forest, we can plan a drive. Fine. die, we can let him haunt. We can fan a fire, we can see the forest, we can plan a drive. Vine, we can let her die, we can let him haunt. We can fan a fire, we can see a forest, we can plan a drive. Vine, we can let her die, we can let him haunt. We can fan a fire, we can see a forest, we can plan a drive. Vine, we can let her die, we can let him haunt. We can fan a fire, we can see a forest, we can plan a drive. Vine. Brick on a plan until it all falls. I don't wanna be another branch till it all falls. Split all the twigs in our stalk till it all falls. I don't wanna build it anymore. Wanna build a gate up in the walkway. We could strip the timber from the beanstalk. You can speak it clearly when the claws graze. Climb up on the chain you wanna reach for. Carve a finger paint and tell a portrait. Why you spell the loving that you scream for. What a way to decorate the hallway. Spiders want a nest they wanna keep torn. We could kiss the rod in where the boards ache. We could lift you up out of the seesaw. You can hide beneath another warplane. Whisper something secret on our dream wall. Wanna count the scars upon your door frame. One for every sorry, should have been more. We can hear the windowsill and jaw break. Tell us if the demons had a free fall. Tell us if the demons had a free fall. Tell us if the demons had a free fall. a circle, around we go. Spin another shell and wave around these bones. Build upon the ground and speak about these burns. See the forest out and see 1,000 words. Ring around a circle, around we go. Spin another shell and wave around these bones. Build upon the ground and speak about these burns. See the forest out and see 1,000 words. Let it ring around for the soil, let it ring around for the seed, let it ring around when it rise, let it ring around to the tree, let it ring around in a breeze, let it ring around for the fire, let it ring around when it fall, let it ring around to the sleep, let it ring around for the soil, let it ring around for the sleep, let it ring around when it rise, let it ring around to the tree, let it ring around in a breeze, let it ring around for the fire, let it ring around when it fall, let it ring around when it's sleep, let it ring around, 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 what? Let it ring around, yeah, let it ring around, let it ring around. Ay. 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 When the air drops, let it gravitate. When the soul clocks, let it navigate. In the birthplace, in the cycles, in the circuits, in the inner plane. When it groove vines through the bedrock, where the fruit ripe, near the weed rot. Threaded through mine, fed a free moth. Then it gave rise, then you cultivate the cocoon blind. Let it shed off, and the shell swap. Let it alternate, and it bloom by. Then it breathe on, let it soon die. Let it live a pain. When the air rise, let it gravitate through the pneumacot. Let it navigate in the birthplace, in the cycles, in the circuits, in an inner plane. In an inner plane. In an inner plane. In an inner plane. In an inner the other hand, gifted in a horse, wait among the feet, lay upon a floor, raise upon a span, weather it'll fall, wear it oversee, heavy are the horns, grazing on the plan, tethered to the walk, seed for a seed, patient as a form, circle in the sand, berry of a thorn, let it all repeat, in the circuits, on another shell, it's a foxglove risen from a cut tree, under curtains, all the cover fell, where the ox lung pays only one breathe, as the leaf turns on the other side, and it all one shade when the sun rests, by the sea worth, for a butterfly, yet the wind unchanged if it unread, from a birthplace or beneath the antlers, foresight, hawkeyes, war what the window seen, in the urn clay or within a canvas, sworn mind, born, die, wound, circle, nursery, soon a motherland, altering a round lot, wound off, count another ring and when they turn a key, close the other hand, take another crown off, bow on ground among a vision when they heard a beast, in it in a plane, 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 in it in a plane. 6 days driftless, raining out a plane, kings slain, cities in flames, sacrificial games, circuits scraped baffled wakes while the slaves lay. Part of you was awake, part of you was enslaved. Simple vigil, apocalyptical, psychophysical, metaphysical, rough political, supercritical, conquest like Loch Ness, augmented test, blades and necks, ancient war, angel stained in red, junk heads with headsets and scales, excess, born to rot with bones in the mud, wet deathbed, administration, disintegration of every nation, amplification or corporation or alienation, authenticating decentralization beyond manipulation, humanization, disintegration, interrogation, misinformation, desensitization, victory by the system, socialized Satan, mega death, breathless voice, super blind, thoughtless void, empty chest, white noise, stimuli, paranoid, wear the specimen, cut the thyroid, watch a picture show while they drain the amyloid. As we march left, right, the world dies as it screams through the night. There's drones for 10 miles, faces scanned as we're scanning for the light. As the earth putrefies, genocidal robots living in their lives. At home every once in a while, as we roam the ghostlands, our pay spirit forms to rise. As we roam the ghostlands, our pay spirit forms to rise. As we travel the ghostlands, I hope your soul we will find. And through the ghostlands, your life I hope can heal in good time. As we roam the ghostlands, I hope your soul we will find. In a plane, 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 in a plane. kerosene. Hold a throat, let it pour down the weatherboards. Tie a rope where the bedpost embers breathe. Set a fire, see it goes when it's like a world where the origins of fire formed and then repeat. In a birthplace told how to drag a torch through an olive charred farm where it burned a tree. Taught a way to draw a trail where the petrol fall. Let it pull through the holes where we hide away, and the wax burn bare when a candle melt. We could feed dead moths to the fireplace, watch him break a butterfly upon a carousel. Wrap the gauze set, here goes another flame. Fed him plovers, kept him close where we suffocate. Let her go up to the bone, saw the mother ache. Let her choke, cycle smoke up in her airways. Now the fluid rot seeds that we hope to raise. Send a false spark, wildfire, climb a porch. 3, 6, 5, ring around the home ablaze. Another firewalk floor where it's built upon. Watch him grow and hold the herbs of your dreamscape. Watch him know when all it's worth once they're both aboard. Watch him learn from all the burns in his handshakes. See him leave the burning barn for what you're hoping for. Now we could burn a house down for some foreplay. Torch a framework of all that it stands for. We could fuck it out with them while the walls flame. Plant it in the ash of everything we care for. We could burn a house down for some foreplay. Torch a framework of all that it stands for. And we could fuck it out with them while the walls flame. Plant it in the ash of everything we care for. We could burn a house down for some foreplay. Torch a framework of all that it stands for. And we could fuck it out with them while the walls flame. Plant it in the ash of everything we care for. We could burn a house down for some foreplay. Torch a framework of all that it stands for. And we could fuck it out with them while the walls flame. Plant it in the ash of everything we care for. Crack a sky and cut this vine. Guide this beak where we orbit abreast. Soon to be taught to the air, so we let it grow. Let it grow. Told these shells who did their grace. Bless this worm that turn our roots. 5 little rings in the elm underlay. Gifted the dirt to the wings, so we let it grow. Let it grow. Told these feathers rest when sore. 7 hands that kill the cloud. Hidden steps in the bone of the tort. Flew from the ground and he left and let him grow. Ay, let him grow. Told this finch you're worth the sun. Not to burn but to be warm. Sorry for the nature, the flame that it come. He and the motherland safe in return when it grow. When it grow. To earth and soon you learn. Use your spins, rebuild this well. Water this garden, provide to the worm. Soon to be held and soon to be whole. Let it grow. Let it grow. Ay. Feed the finch, wait in turn. Distant sun, ate the dirt. Shells of silk, shells of beat. All that can leave is all that return when it grow. When it grows. Ay. Ay. Hope for the finch. Hope for the finch and let him grow. Wait for the finch, wait for the finch, for where it grow. Oh to the finch, oh to the finch, to where it grow. Love for the finch, love for the finch, and let it grow, 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 grow.
We see the future through the binoculars of the people. Bobo has the future, a fine, vigorous pig. Tele reinforcements, identity, and passports are middle names. This is operational, even in the middle. I'm in the hope that some of you will carry these experiments further and come up with something new.
Watch it divide, watch all it go. Ay, watch it divide, watch all it go. Ay, ay, watch it divide, watch all it go. Ay, through the retina, at the optics, on a clock face, in the quicksand, in a fishbowl, fed a goldfish, through the dog days, in a think tank, in a nexus, once a rock sink, and a punch shake, read the chessboard, all the kings fall, let a horse drink, only two hands, hold the yin yang, in the spectre, in the spectator, through the flashbang, see your death later, crack an eggshell, how the breath held, where the soul fell, off the meter maker, cut a puppet string, left the caretaker, traded disguise, scan the blindfold, tight rope, oversee away, in a pine cone, read the pattern told, plant a bread trail, simulacrums, saw the ash lay, what I stand for, under scaffold, what the garden, in a forecast, and forevermore, what you built toward, all the bloom within, carry through the course, in the will alone, then a reimburse, only scene change, watch a time code, another Truman Show, and a loop around, count a shoelace, jump into the hole, where the rabbit go, for the carrot sold, what the hands pay, in the great exchange, bid the numbers loan, out of bar a watch, for the groundhog, how the cabbage grow, chew again a patch, and again a gone, want a replay, set a domino, fall around flat, all fall in, let 'em eat a one race, both sides in the hourglass nutshell, threefold on a chrysalis pathway, walk blind where the footprint foretell, fifth ring upon a stage up in a spiral, all flies in a silk singing farewell, leave maps of your time in a membrane, shift on in a 6-part cycle, 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 trade another millimeter river sand, shift on in a 6-part cycle, waiting on another turn full of span, shift on in a 6-part cycle, trade another millimeter river sand, shift on in a 6-part cycle, waiting on another turn full of span, shift on in a 6-part cycle, sent to the soil, wanted to seed, wanted to rise, wanted to tree, sent you a breeze, set you on fire, sent you will fall, sent you will sleep, sent to the soil, wanted to seed, wanted to rise, wanted to tree, sent you a breeze, set you on fire, sent you will fall, sent you will sleep, on a Ferris wheel, where the ferret walk, turn a rat trap, see a fortune, under parasol, from a crow's eye, and it's all flat, get a canoe, and I pray soon, better pay it forward, hold a worry doll, through the petting zoo, and a past form, play a glass bead, in a glass bowl, way to see it through, where a sandstorm, through a stone once, what a turn told, when a ceiling break, from a keyhole, at a doorway, what it broke down, on a lens mind's frame, at a porthole, in a mandala, in a grandfather, in a lost withered, at the clockwork, in a shell barter, see a soul after, in a voyeurism, all fall in, let them meet at one race, both sides in an hourglass nutshell, threefold on a chrysalis pathway, walk blind with a footprint foretell, fifth ring upon a stage up in a spiral, all flies in a silk singing farewell, leave maps of your time in a membrane, shift on in a 6-part cycle, 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 shift on in a 6-part cycle. Wanted to seed, wanted to rise, wanted to trade. Send you a breeze, set you on fire. Send you will fall, send you will sleep, sleep. How the cog turned in a samsara, now and therefore, in the oak risen, in the woodwork, in a prayer garden, in the ring and core, in the solar system, as a thread fur, or the strings pass, or the silk wove, or the pupa feed, or the shell sleep, or the moth grow, in the deathbed, in a pattern linen. 6-part cycle. Shift on in a 6-part cycle. Feed the fly, the fruit, the feed, the hive that feed the bed, the web that feed the beak that feed the nest, the rest that leave the fly that fold to feed the soul, the soothe, the feed the worm that turn the seed, the birth, the breed, the ripe for seed, reflect inside the cycle, circle, turn will be the guide, circle, turn will be the guide. Circuit, turn will be the guide. Circuit, turn will be the guide. Circle, cycle, turn will be the guide. Cycle, turn or circle be the guide. Turn the cycle, turn will be the guide. Turn the cycle, turn to be the guide. Time the circle, turn to be the guide. The cycle and turn, burn, be, learn, be, guide. Time, circle, time, turn, burn. Cycle and burn and then time. Be the guide.